Good morning, everybody. RHAK Vandy, RHAK Vandy's Life Lessons. Hopefully, everything's going great for you. It's going really good for me. Um, Glad to see everybody up and able to watch this video. As I said when I first started, it's not about the likes, it's not about how many views or whatever I get. It's about trying to pass on a message of positivity and doing the right thing and how it can affect your life and the lives of others. So, with that being said, today's message kind of ties into the other two with the tongue speaks life and death. Okay? It's not actually 100% on that point, but it does reflect to that point. Because yesterday in church, my pastor talked about how we sometimes take generational curses and instead of ending them or blocking them, we perpetuate them and send them on to the next generation and to our kids. And it really got me to thinking. I've been thinking about making this video for quite a while, and I wanted to talk about this subject. So, what better time than today? When I was younger, um, my mom, great woman, she was superstitious. And she always had little sayings and little things that, you know, she didn't mean any harm by them, but as a child, you're really impressionable and you take things, and I took those with me for a long time. Things like step on a crack, you break your mama's back. Um, One of her biggest ones, she did not like to split poles. If you went across a pole, you better come back. She'd make you go around and come back and walk the right way that she walked on the right side of the pole. Um, Things that I still do that sometimes today. I don't believe in superstition. I don't believe in luck or curses or anything as far as God has the final control and the final say so in every situation. But I do believe, as I'm a living example, we can say things and our kids, they pick them up. My dad, he doesn't like to fly. He always he tells a great story. I hope I'll get to record him one day and let him tell the story. But for the most part, he was coming back from the war in Korea, and they were landing in Iceland, and the runway was iced over, and he came within a foot of the end of the runway. The plane almost came off the runway, and he swore once he got out, he said he kissed the ground, and he swore he would never fly again. He hated flying. Um, and that story was real impressionable to me. And because my daddy didn't like flying, I didn't like flying. I wasn't going to fly. My daddy wasn't flying. He always would say, if God intended me to fly, he would have gave me wings. If he intended me to swim, he would have gave me fins. All this. Those are the kind of things that I'm talking about. We pass those on to our kids. So let's start to think about the things that we say, the way that we say it, and be positive in the things and the way that we say certain things. I love my parents. They were always free and let me be and do what I wanted to do. Sometimes I was a little spoiled if you ask my brothers and sisters, but it helped me to be the person that I am today. And I, didn't grow up in church. We didn't go to church often. Um, my mom, she would always say the biggest sinners sit in the front row of the church. Um, Whether that's true or not is, I don't know. I sit in the front row a lot, but that's one of the curses that I thankfully have broken. I go to church every week. When I have my children, I try to make sure they go to church every week. I know their mother tries to instill in them to go to church every week. Um, and I'm not getting into religion or different religions and things of that nature, but um, I just I saw that we were always raised religiously. Every summer when we went back to North Carolina, we would go to church, maybe once or twice at our little local family church, because we would usually only stay for quite a little while. But the point of it is, your kids are watching. They see what you're doing. If you're not doing the right thing, they carry that with them. Stop the generational curses. If you think that your kids don't know that you're drinking, or your kids don't know that you're smoking, or your kids don't know that you have a gambling or any kind of problem, they see it. Kids aren't as dumb as we think they are. They're really smart, and they carry those things on for life. If you're cursing, you don't want your kids with the language that you bless God with, you curse with the same mouth. You don't want that to happen. Excuse me. Not going to start this all over again because of that sneeze, but I'm already 5 minutes into this video. So forgive me, but take this as a wake-up call. Your kids are aware. You want them to be a positive uh, adult, and you want them to be a good instillment into our society, not some of the things that we see and hear about in the news. So with that being said, RHAK Vandy here. Look for another video next week, but got to go.